Definitely the more experienced competitor is Madison Murphy.
She's been really active recently. We just saw her on Tanto a few weeks ago. Yeah,
First
really
champion
impressive.
at Tanto.
Yeah, really impressive performance there.
Yeah, she trained as a junior for 4 or 5 years. She had a little bit of a break, but she's back now competing as an adult for the last 2.5 years. And I mean, like you said, just very, very active on the competition scene. We've seen her on, I said, 2 Enyos already.
Nice position here from Courtney.
To the back.
Beautiful from Madison. Yeah. That's a really nice body lock position. She's got an actually tight body lock.
Yeah. And we saw that exactly this kind of passing from Madison at Tanto, this heavy top pressure.
Nice job from Courtney recovering that guard. The hips are nice and high. If anything's going to save this guard pass, it's going to be those hips. And she's nearly on the back. Nice from Madison. She's clearing the hip like she needs to. She's got to be careful because Courtney's very nearly up that back.
Will we see another Americana?
Will we see another Americana? Will we see another back take from side control? What's happening?
Yeah, Courtney really looking like she's close to slipping out. And Madison has to watch that arm. I think that right arm is a potential if Courtney can make some space with the lower body and throw that left leg over the head.
I think the only thing that's saving Madison is she has really nice footwork and, like, hooks.
There we go.
I mean, I was going to say beautiful step over into mount, but
Courtney
does a great job of keeping that right knee on the inside.
One of the things that we've seen work for Madison over and over again is her upper body immobilizes and her lower body passes. So you'll see she'll make a grip, and then the lower body does all the work to pass the guard. It makes it almost impossible for the guard player to see what's happening. It's really effective. You see a lot of really high-level guard players pass in no-gi this way.
Great job from Courtney Kaye underneath there.
Fantastic guard retention, isn't it?
She's coming around for an armbar here.
Looks like a Tarika Plata or something she's got caught, actually. Like she's got the hand tucked inside.
And Courtney's maybe going to come around the back here.
Madison doing a good job of...
Another neon face. It's just been all neon faces tonight. I support it, ladies.
Neon faces in Americanas.
Yeah, we do seem to have trends in Enyo.
Yes,
I remember
we
one day it was 50-50 arm bars.
That's right. We had like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
I never saw one before and never saw one since.
I really like this position. It's unconventional, but Madison's doing a good job of like holding the hip with this arm.
Yeah, Madison's going to come through for a back take here, I can see.
Yep.
But takes the side control.
A good decision, I think. I think Courtney's already demonstrated that she has a really good ability to scramble and like throw those legs in. I would like to see Madison get her shoulder tip under the chin rather than in the eye. That will give better pressure. Oh, there it is. There we go. Getting under the chin will allow her to turn Courtney's face side to side. Courtney really needs to get her arms back, especially this one that's trapped up in the head and arm position.
Yeah, Courtney probably needs a little bit of a bridge so that Madison throws her hand out to base, right? And then she can squeeze that frame down to Madison's legs.
Madison also has the option to cut back to the knee slide here, which might be a better option than trying to drive to mount. Nice pass again. Yeah. It's that foot inside. Man, she's good with getting those hooks back in.
Armbar attempt here from Madison.
Got to stay on top with the arms.
Yeah, we're really seeing that theme here tonight, aren't we?
Madison might pull this out, but I think she would have had an easier time from the top.
Yeah.
It's like they're just giving it a little bit more work. There you go, and there's the escape, and you end up on your back, and you're having to defend.
Would we call that one a legitimate submission attempt?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. This is, I think, unlikely to tap Courtney with any kind of leg attack because of the mobility we've already seen, but this could help Madison kind of get up on the point.
I mean, beautiful fluid inversions
there. Yeah, I was literally about to say the same.
An easy wrestle up. Very little resistance to that. As Courtney...
Yeah, why do you think she went directly into the close guard? I'm not sure that was...
I think she's feeling like this might be a better position for her to attack from. And already we can see that she's comfortable. You know, you can always tell very early. I mean, Madison's got to watch the arm here.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Why do we think Madison ducks straight?
Oh, why does she go straight in? Yeah.
Yeah, because that doesn't seem like the.
I mean, she's been such high intensity so far. I think a little bit of a rest inside a closed guard is probably, and you can see she's looking a little bit tired there.
There's definitely been a couple of times where I've been in competition and I've ended up in somebody's closed guard.
You're
like,
you know
how
what?
did I end up here?
But you get there, and if you're doing all right, you're like, you know what? I think I'll just sit here for the rest of the fight. I think I've done enough.
I'll just put my face down.
I think I've done enough. I think I've done enough. I'm happy just to ride this one out.
But we've already seen Courtney's legs are a menace.
Yeah.
Like.
And again, she's tying up that arm, and she's tight on that.
That's because her legs are really long compared to Madison, and compared to Madison's legs, she's just got very, very lengthy hooks there. I think Madison's just kind
Arms
of
across center line, hand on the head,
waiting for the guard to pop open so she can get free.
I mean, that's a beautiful armbar attempt.
Great armbar attempt.
I'd love to see the other angle.
So that hand has come out, which makes me think there's some issues there. Yeah, it's the foot she's having to deal with. Can she use the foot to roll it onto her back? She loses it for a position for a second, throws the leg back over, and then ends back up inside of the closed guard. And again, that's definitely a legitimate submission attempt.
I agree.
And still plenty of time to work.
The elbows are out, and that's not.
Madison Murphy does not want to spend a huge amount of time inside this closed guard.
This is exhausting.
Because it's going to be armbar attempt after armbar attempt. But I guess if you can survive, I don't know, 2 or 3 of these, that's the smother. Oh god, the smother from inside closed guard is
not the best.
I would almost argue if you're going to make smothering. If you're going to make a more comprehensive rule set on smothering, because of course IBJJF you just can't do that.
Yeah.
You know, this is something that has come about in the last sort of 6 or 7 years. Wagner Hoscher, I think, making it popular initially, and from the back is a great position. I've never seen really anyone in competition submit someone with a smother from any position other than the back.
No,
it's just a bit.
I mean, maybe she was just doing it to make Courtney open up her legs. Because she would have had to have made space to like get away. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I'm just.
Yeah.
I think
trying to justify it for her. Yeah.
I think that Madison needs a better closed guard opening strategy here. Yeah. Either way,
it's almost what the can opener used to be, right?
Yeah, yeah, like the.
Yeah, you just grab on the head and pull.
Yeah.
But I mean, like we were talking about earlier, Chelsea. If Madison is to walk her hands down towards
to the
hips,
belly, and the hips, I think this is what Madison was waiting for. Honestly, she was just waiting for
crucifix
Courtney.
entry here, maybe.
She was just waiting for Courtney to commit so that she could run past the legs. I get it. Like, it's a long match. These are only purple belts.
Yeah.
And these are long matches. So.
Although Madison, she is very used to competing on pro grappling shows.
Yeah, I
where
think
there
she
are
was
10 minutes.
conserving her energy, so she didn't have to use the explosive power to leave the position.
Yeah.
I think she really needs to walk her hips back. She's up a little high. And Courtney is quite mobile. That's a better position to start to attack from. Now is the time for the smother.
Yeah.
Now is the time for grabbing the face.
She is looking for the rear naked choke.
Yeah, or just a short choke, maybe. Oh, it's over the face.
She's putting a squeeze there. The angle's not right, but it could be enough.
It could be enough because she's over the mouth.
But the angle is all off here. Courtney Kaye. And we've seen toughness from Courtney already here tonight.
Yeah.
I just don't think we're going to see a tap to anything that isn't really, really on.
No, I agree. And it's only a minute left.
There's hair all over the mats.
Yeah, somebody has a hair tumbleweed.
I mean, highlighting the struggles of women grapplers. Yeah. Well, I had long hair at one point, and one day someone rolled over it, and I pulled out a chunk of hair about as thick as my thumb. And I went to the barbers the next day and I had the entire thing cut off. I was like, I'm not cut out for this. What am I doing? Didn't even look good.
Nice footwork.
Another smother. Another smother.
I think this is kind of the time that Madison could be looking at wrist locks, at like quick, surprising submissions to make space and kind of close the...
Courtney finishing this with
a leg entanglement is... Madison needs to stay up. This is actually a legitimate.
Wow, I mean, look, if there was another minute on the clock there, who knows how that one would have gone.
Yeah.
Madison Murphy starting that match very, very dominant. Courtney Kaye coming back around the middle of it and really putting in a great performance, surviving that first bit. A very, very close match that was.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at some of the replays.
Oh, yeah,
this
lovely
was
takedown
beautiful
here from Maddie.
Madison.
Yeah. And then this armbar.
This is the one we wanted to see finished on top. Yeah.
Rear naked choke attempt.
Not quite
by Maddie,
on,
but
but
wasn't quite on.
Let's send it down to our MC to get our official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by judges' decision and fighting out of the red corner is Madison Murphy.
Madison Murphy picking up the win there. As we expected, a gutsy performance by her opponent, Courtney Kaye. Gave a really good showing of herself, especially that aggression from the guard. But it was the positional and submission attempts from Madison that got her the win there. She goes 3-0 on Enyo and keeps that undefeated Enyo streak running.